Welcome to a special Elevation Game stream. I want to start out by thanking everyone who donated for our extra live stream. Yesterday, Lord, was it just yet? Yeah, it was truly just yesterday. Time has lost all meaning. After 12 hours of streaming, everything sort of melts together. But we actually managed to hit our goal of $1,000 raised for Erlanger Children's Hospital, thanks to some amazing folks who came on and donated. You guys are the best, and we appreciate it, truly. But as sort of a special treat, at least I hope it is, for us reaching our goal, I promised I would come back and attempt this weird stream that I've been working on for a while now. This should work. Hopefully it will work fine. There were a lot of technical hurdles to overcome with this, but I think I've got it now. And hopefully it's also something you're actually interested in and enjoy. Please let me know in the comments if this is something you're interested in or not. But we're going to play, or I'm going to play, special solo stream with just me this time. I'm going to play Cartographers. If you guys don't know Cartographers, it's a great little roll and write that's been out for a few years now. Where you are basically drawing a fantasy map. You draw cards, they come down, they give you a certain shape, a certain type of land you have to draw, and then you have certain scoring criteria that are also drawn randomly. So, I guess it's not technically a roll and write, it's a draw cards and write. But same genre, basically. But because I'm me, I had the idea of what if, instead of just sketching on the little pad that they give you, which is a really nice, attractive little pad, what if I attempted to pull this whole thing into Photoshop, and actually illustrate the fantasy map that we're making as we play Cartographers. So, that is what we're going to try and do here. So let me see if I can get this pulled up. Alright. So we have Cartographers loaded up here. And we have Photoshop. I've gone ahead and put in a lot of brushes. Pre-made brushes, some that I've purchased, some that I made myself. Just because it will make this go much faster and more smoothly, as we're doing this. But I think this will all make a little bit more sense as we go here. So basically in Photoshop here, and I think you guys can see my cursor if I've done everything correctly. This is the pad. This is just the pad that you get with your copy of Cartographers, with the physical copy that you draw on. However, I have, instead of using their actual base pad here, I've put an overlay on top of this with some custom drawn mountains in the mountain spaces. And then the rest of this we're going to be filling in, like I said, to create something that looks like an actual map of a fantasy world by the time we're done with it. And to spice things up a little bit more, I've also got a couple of PDFs pulled up that list out random places, random fantasy places. These are designed for dungeon masters to use as they're filling out their world. But I'm going to use it for this. So when we add in a forest or some farmlands or a village or something like that, I'm going to generate a random fantasy name for it, then roll a D100, thanks to rolldie.net. to get a random number, which will then give me a description of the place that I can read out. So, that's a lot of preamble, I know. And like I said, I recognize this is a little bit of a weird one, but we're going to give it a shot here. So, let's start. Let's boot up Cartographers here. So this is the this is actually the mobile version. There is an app version of Cartographers you can get on I think both Apple and Android devices. It's pretty good. You know, I have it on my phone. I tested it on my phone before I attempted to pull it up on my computer here. I really like the actual physical version of this, obviously. But for a phone version of a game, this one's not bad. And it works exactly like the physical version. So, we're starting out in spring here. We have a certain amount of time that is allowed to pass before we move on to the next season. That's what this 1 of 8 up here means. And so each random card that gets drawn over here also has a time value up here in the corner that shows, you know, how much time has elapsed. So when this gets to 8 or above, then we'll move on to the next season. And we have some randomly drawn scoring criteria up here. And for spring, the only ones that count for this season, and they'll be scored at the end of the season, are A and B. So let's see what we've got here. We've got Shieldgate. Earn 2 reputation stars for each village space in the second largest cluster of village spaces. Okay, yeah, I'm used to this one. The tricky thing there, of course, is that it's the second largest, so you have to build up 2 pretty big village spaces if you want to score well on that one. And then we've got Canal Lake. Earn 1 reputation star for each water space adjacent to at least 1 farm space, and earn 1 reputation star for each farm space adjacent to at least 1 water space. So, we are trying to get farm and water adjacent to each other as much as possible. Okay, so we've already got a farm tile pulled up here. So let's put this farmland right here. Okay. So we got a ruin card. That means the next thing we have to place here has to go on one of these ruin spots. And then we got a rift lands. These can come in very handy because they take up exactly 1 square, and you can pick any of the land types available. So they can help you fill in some places where you've kind of worked yourself into a corner. Unfortunately, this early in the game, and having to put it on top of a ruin spot, not great. not a great random draw there. But since this is close to farmland, I'm going to go ahead and put this guy right here. And then we'll see what else we've got here before we move on. Okay. So we've got an L shape, either farmland or water. I think I'm going to go ahead and bring this water around. Get at least a couple of adjacent farmland bits there. And then pray for another rift lands at some point to fill that in right there. And now some forest. Okay, so now that we're getting into this, we've got a little bit of terrain already filled in here. Let's take a look at Photoshop. Okay, so we're gonna basically fill in these exact same squares, but with our custom art. So let me pull up some farmland here. a very extensive list of brushes, so bear with me for a second. Okay, here we go. And let's see, this is right next to those pillars, so we're gonna go here. Get some nice farmland in here. Some fertile fields. There we go. Yeah. Fill these in. Okay, there we go. We got some farmlands coming in there. And then we're going to fill in we've got what right now looks kind of like a bit of a river making its way around here. And we may end up adjusting this as we go, of course, because we're going to be building further stuff in here. Let me find my little water sample. So let me know if you guys like this, because I've been toying with the idea of doing this with a game called Delve. It's kind of Dwarf Fortress, except you're drawing the fortress. And I've gotten about halfway to getting that set up. Here we go. Okay. Alright. And now we've got some forest coming in here. So we don't have anything that's scoring off of forest right now, but we will. So let's see what our Sentinel Wood bonus is going to be. Earn 1 reputation star for each forest space adjacent to the edge of the map. Okay. So we want to try and get some of these toward the edge of the map. Let's... Yeah, here we go. That works for me. And fishing village. Okay, we can finally put some town spaces down. So I think I'm going to start with my town number 1 over here. Okay, temple ruins. Oh, now we get our first monsters. Okay. Well, these guys stink for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is we're about to run out of time here. So these things, these monster spaces are going to subtract from my score unless I can completely surround a block. Then it will not hurt me. But let's try So we have to put this on a ruin spot somewhere. So let's try this. This way we'll at least have a secondary town space to help our score, because this next card is going to advance our season for sure. Okay. Now this would be great to put alongside our water. But it would also be a good way to get rid of these little goblins here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so end of spring, we've scored our second largest town there. We're scoring our water and farm spaces, and now I think these will have at least one negative from those goblins. Okay, so not too bad, not too great either. I've done worse, I've done better. But you know what? With these, this is a great opportunity to fill in and deal with these little goblin jerks. Okay. Alright, a fishing village again. Okay, so our scoring criteria now are B and C, so we're still doing water and farms, but now we're also scoring any woods spaces along the edge of the map. So I think a little water might serve us well here. Oh, this has to go on a ruins tile. Well, crud. Yeah, just... Let's see. The broken road we have coming up here on 3 reputation stars for each complete diagonal line of filled spaces. Touches the left and bottom edges. Okay, so let's... to help towards that one when it becomes active, and to just make this a little more aesthetically pleasing, let's put some water right here. Okay, here we go. This could be helpful. Yeah, get a little more farm next to water there. Marshlands. Alright. Let's put you down here. Forest spaces, and ugh, more goblins. Okay, so I think I'm going to opt for the coin slot here. Whenever you fill in a coin, also whenever you fill a mountain, or fill in completely around a mountain, you also get a coin, and those are going to count towards our final score as well. Since this forest has to go right here, it's not super useful to me, so I think I'm going to take the coin approach. Okay, and let's get some more farmland next to water there. Okay, and that's our summer score. Lots of negatives from those goblins, though. Alright, now we're into fall. So what are we scoring now? We're scoring C and D. So C is going to be forest still, and D is this broken road one. All right, let's try and fill in some of this goblin territory. Actually, I want to coin this up again. I think this might be the more useful play. Okay, we're out of ruin spaces, so I can put this anywhere, which is useful. Let's fill in right here. Oh, this is good. This is good. We love to see it. Fill this right up here with some water. Lovely. And a nice orchard. Okay. Yeah, we will take that. Another little town piece there. This is going to be a heavily forested map. You can tell that already. Okay, so that's the end of fall. We're going to score that. And once we get all of this played through here, we'll go finish drawing this. Okay, so what are we scoring now? We're scoring A and D. Okay. So we're back to second largest village and also the diagonal thing. So let's put us some village spots here. Oh, more monsters. There have been so many monsters on this one. You know what? I might want to wait, because this small T is a shape I could actually end up with. So let's and we want to get diagonally across here, so let's put a little. No, this is better. Let's put little forest right there. Okay. I think I might want to keep some flexibility there. Let's put a little water right there. Yeah. Ruins. Not gonna come into play here. Oh, that's strange. Has my app messed up? Because that looks like a single slot. Let's go ahead and start filling this in. Oh, and now the shape I wanted shows up. Of course. Okay. Let's put some more city there. Okay, and there we go. I feel like my score here is going to be pretty abysmal. Okay, not the worst. Um, Not great either, but that's okay. That's not really what we're here for anyway, right? Because what we want to do is take this map that we have now drawn of this land, and we're going to translate it onto Photoshop here. So, first things first, I think we should come up with a name for our fictional land here. So, I'm going to go to one of my favorites, fantasynamegenerators.com. And let's see. We're gonna look for. I've already got city and town names up here. Here we go. Continent name should do it. Okay. What are we going to call our land here? We've got a few options here. A lot of these are frankly unpronounceable. Okay, this one I can at least pronounce, so we'll go with it. We're going to call our fantasy world here. Oh, come on, Photoshop. Oop. Why this is set to 150 points, I do not know. We're going to call this Vralia. Shrink this down a bit. We want that text to be black. Okay. Welcome to the land of Vralia, folks. Now, let's take a look at what we're actually dealing with here. So, it looks like we've got a lot of farmland up here in the northwest of Vralia. Rich farmlands. So let me find my farm brushes again. Let's see. Yeah, a little artistic license here. I didn't draw anything here, but I want to put a windmill right there. And then here we go. All our farmlands in here. Okay. Now our river has grown a bit here. So we actually need to erase some of this. And then we'll draw back in. Let's see, this goes over and up. And it covers our ruins up there. So I might actually just switch to a brush instead of an eraser tool, huh? Okay. Okay. Little sea serpent in there. Little sea serpent for you. Okay. And then, what else have we got here in the land of Vralia? We got a little bit more farmland up here, and some forest. A little bit of farm. I think we might want a little sign of civilization here. Come on, where are you? Yeah. Little barn. Little barn on the farm. It's okay. Wendy is painting miniatures and she just came in to get some more supplies. See, she says I'm the creative one, but here she is painting more of her zombies. Which, if you did not see her do that during our extra live stream, I really encourage you to check it out. She did an incredible job with those things. They look amazing. And I freely admit that I am biased, but I'm telling you, they look that good. Okay. Fill this in just a little bit more. There we go. Some farms. And then we've got some forests. Some trees up here. Where are my trees at? Here we are. Trees, trees, trees. As my hero, Mr. Ross, would say, some happy little trees. I feel extremely Bob Ross doing this. Let's see, these go over the top here of our water there. Happy little trees in their forest. Yeah, just get these guys in here. Okay. Oh, hey, yeah. Hello, caffeinated pandemonium. Yeah, so, this is probably not a necessarily great introduction to this game. The game itself is pretty straightforward. I'm running the app version over here, for Cartographers. It's a roll and write, basically. You're drawing, instead of rolling though, you're drawing cards, that give you a specific shape and then a type of land that you have to fill in. And then you've got some scoring criteria up here that get drawn randomly. And different ones are scored during different seasons. So you start in spring, you go to summer, fall. Ooh, and I just lost... I think I just lost my map. Well, that's problematic. Okay. Well, this may be a great opportunity to learn again real quick then. And I'm going to try and replicate what I've got on here regardless of scoring conditions. Okay. Oh, no big deal. No worries. This game plays real fast. So, again, for the game itself, you go through these seasons, like I said, and you have these different scoring conditions that are active for each season. So, for instance, we're in spring right now, so A and B are active, which means we've got Lost Barony, earn 3 reputation stars for each space along one edge of the largest square of filled spaces. And then we've got Canal Lake, earn 1 reputation star for each water space adjacent to at least 1 farm space. Earn 1 reputation star for each farm space adjacent to at least 1 water space. So we actually had this one in the last game we just played. So basically, we're going to try and place these things in such a way so that we can get scored stars based on these scoring criteria when this season ends. And each card that gets drawn over here has a little timer on it, or a number up here that shows a certain amount of time. And our 8 up here, where it says 2 of 8, that is telling us how much time we have before this spring season ends, and these guys get scored. Given that we have, what is this one again? 3 reputation stars for each space along one edge of the largest square of filled spaces. Okay. So this one really just wants us to make a huge block of spaces somewhere. And they drew a ruins card, which means we have to play this on top of one of these ruins tiles. So let's put down a village here. And we also want some farmlands because we want to have farmlands next to water spaces. So let's fill in some farmlands here. And the reason I was saying that this might not be the best explanation is that yes, I'm playing the game here, but then once I'm done, I'm actually taking this map and translating it and drawing an actual like fantasy map out of it in Photoshop, which is weird, but I'm trying it to see if anyone enjoys it. So let's add some more village over here. Okay, and now we drew some enemies. So these guys will actually, any open space left next to one of these will actually subtract points from my score at the end of every season. So I want to fill in around these guys as much as possible. Ooh, okay, and we're at 8 of 8, so the season is about to end. So we want to earn 1 reputation for each of these. Yeah, let's try and fill in at least. No. Yeah, this shape does not help with this very much. You know what? I think I'm just going to eat those goblins. I may regret this decision, but here we go. That's what a roll and ride is about, right? You make decisions, and then you have a physical artifact to show you all of your mistakes. And in this case, I will have an illustrated artifact to show me all of my mistakes. Okay, so here we are. Summer. So for summer, we're scoring B and C. So we've still got the canal lakes, so farmland next to water. But now we also have Sentinel Wood, earn 1 reputation star for each forest space adjacent to the edge of the map. We also had that one last game. So let's start to box these goblins in if we can. Okay. So I've got a choice of 2 spaces here. One of them takes up less actual physical space, but the other one, but it also gives me a coin. So coins are just another alternative way to earn points at the end of the season. I also get those for filling in all the spaces around a mountain space here. So let's. Oh wait, no. Let's be smart about this. Here we go. Yeah. Let's cut those goblins off. Okay, and here we'll get some more farm space next to water, which is helpful to us. What is this one going to be at the end here? Earn 3 reputation stars for each cluster of village spaces that is adjacent to 3 or more different terrain types. Oh, wow. Okay. So let's start another little hamlet over here to plan for that future scoring opportunity. Okay, excellent. Here we go. Let's finally deal with these guys. Riftlands cards are great. They don't advance time, and they give you exactly one of any type of terrain. So they're great for filling in holes and gaps like that you can't get to with the normal, like, Tetris-y shaped spaces that they give you. Oh, and again with the gnolls. Okay. So it's interesting. If you play the physical version of this, they actually, if you're playing with another player, they actually have you hand your physical little pad that you're drawing the map on to the other person you're playing against, and they draw in enemies for you to try and put them in a spot that is actively going to mess you up. Obviously, this version just, the AI tries to do that with varying degrees of success. But I always thought that was a neat little mechanic in the physical version of the game. Okay, so we're doing Sentinel Wood, so forest spaces along the edge, and village spaces against 3 different terrain types. So I would really love to get some forest over here. That would be real helpful. But we can go ahead and solve one of these with some water. So now that this village should score for that final one. And we got some more enemies on here. I don't know if this will count as 3 different terrain types, but I think monsters count as a terrain type. Okay. Let's fill this guy in. Close those monsters off. I would love some woods, guys. That would be super helpful. No. Oh, I didn't realize we were at the end of fall there. Okay, so one more season to go here. Winter, of course, the shortest season. Feels like the longest. Especially now that we're actually headed towards it. Okay. I really want to put forest here if I can. So we'll just make our water feature here in the middle even bigger. And let's close these off some more. Here we go, finally. And we'll put some farmland here to help close that off. And now we are scoring the largest block area and the Green Gold Plains thing. So Some farmland down there. Okay. There we go. I think my score for this is going to be terrible, but we'll see. The coins save me? No. Ugh. While 69 is a great number, it's not a super great score for this. But that's alright. I have something I can illustrate with here now. So let's bump back over here to Photoshop. And we're just going to, there we go, get rid of all that. Okay, I'm going to keep my randomly generated name. We're going to say this is New Vralia. It's kind of a more interesting map, honestly. We've got some more city spaces to work with here. So let's start with this far western city. It's a pretty big one. And let's see, we're 1, 2 down, and then over here. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Fill in our city spaces here. Okay. Check my map here. So this goes over to here, and then up, and then over this way. Okay. Yeah. These people are distressingly close to those goblins. Given that fact, maybe we've got like some watchtowers up here. Go. Okay. Got a nice little city over here. And then we've got lots of farmland right next to it. Makes sense. Let's see, this goes over the mountain. Goes around here. Two, and then we go up and over. Okay. Alright, farmland coming in nicely. And then we've got these knolls up here. What kind of a place would knolls live? I'm gonna say kind of a dead, decaying forest here. It's gonna go next to a living, thriving forest. Yeah, this will work. With some thorns. Nasty thorns. Maybe like a cobweb. Yeah. Okay, along with some actual healthy trees. Where are my trees at? I'm gonna say we go with pine trees up here. Yeah, this fills in around these mountains nicely. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, we're coming along here. I'm going to say, let's go ahead and name this town. Name that town. Okay. We're going to go back to our fantasy name generator. Okay, let's call this the town of Merton. How about that? Duplicate my banner here because I want to have more of these later. Alright. I dub thee Merton. And now let's learn together about the town of Merton. So I've got my 100 traits for villages and other settlements pulled up here. So I'm gonna roll a D100. 63. Okay. 63. Oh, of course, I get one that's split across 2 pages. Okay, Merton. The settlement has a brutal, hated leader, but one who has too much power and too many heavily armed thugs to overthrow. So, Merton sounds like a lovely place. So you know what? Given that that is the character of this town, I think I'm going to make it look a little more military. Let's add some more watchtowers. Some flags. And let's see what else we got in here. Yeah, I think those are our best options. Um, Merton, everyone's favorite friendly warlord-run village. Okay. So let's we've got like a small river, little body of water up here. Where's my... There it is. There you are. Okay. Yeah, I'll draw you right here. Small body of water running along here. And we've got a much smaller village up here. We'll make this one look a little more idyllic. In fact, let's put some docks. A little too big there, I think. Okay, this goes over to meet the forest. this in a little bit. Okay. Nothing is on the ruined spot there. Yeah. Okay. So we've got our little village up here. Let's see what our fantasy name generator has for us for this one. East Cliff. That'll work. You gotta put that extraneous E on the end because it's, you know, Old English fantasy. Okay, East Cliff. And now, because I am a graphic designer for my day job, I have done this for a long time, and I know better. I'm going to go ahead and save this in case my computer explodes. So that we do not lose the land of Vralia. Okay. And we've got a whole bunch of water. Big body of water down here south of the farmlands. So let's draw this in. Where's my pencil? Where's my pencil? There you are. Okay. There we go. All right. Check my map again. This is a very oddly shaped body of water. So come around up here, down and over. Up here. Back over. Yeah, this does it. Oh, I went a little too far. Need to go up at the mountain there. Okay. Alright. Let's have some fun with this one. Put an octopus in it. Yeah. No. Okay. So that's going to be our largest body of water on the map here. And then we've got some more trees down here below Merton. Where are you, my trees? There we go. Okay, these guys. There we go. I was about to say, I know I have thicker trees than this. Okay. And they just kind of go down there, and then we've got more trees here. Our ruins. And beneath our mountain here. And then some more trees down here. And then we also have some more of those annoying monsters down here as well. So this time... I don't know if I can tell what these were. But I'm going to say these guys live in a jungle Like a swampy, marshy jungle. Put some marsh in here. Oop. Okay, so our map is coming together here. We've got East Cliff, Merton, some farmlands, 2 big bodies of water, haunted woods up here, marsh down here. You know what? I did not look up a trait for East Cliff, so let's learn about the village of East Cliff. 88. There are an unusually large proportion of beggars amongst the population. Despite numerous attempts from charity to force to clear up the problem, the beggars remain. Interesting. So, East Cliff, the town of beggars. We've also got... We've got some distinct features here for sure. So let's go back to our trusty fantasy name generators. And come up with a name for our central farmlands here. You know what? Misty River Acres works for me, because there is definitely a river surrounding it. The size down on that font. And let's roll a dice again. 56. Okay, this works out well. Misty River Acres. The flat land is dotted by the occasional monastery to a variety of different gods. Each monastery is surrounded by a high wall and some small farms that provide food and supplies for the monks. All the orders found in the region are martial ones, and they often fight with each other. Not so far to destroy any of the other orders, but to test themselves against opponents they consider to be worthy. The farms and any non-monks are not involved in these skirmishes, by general agreement between the orders. Interesting. Okay. We also have some pretty big forest lands here. So let's come up with a name for our jungly, swampy forest down here. Places and locations, forest names. Okay, Naga Forest. And what do we learn about the Naga Forest? A dark, shady forest that is primarily dominated by ancient oak trees with a few beeches and birches, most of which are younger than the oaks. Old ruins, as old or perhaps older than the oldest trees, dot the forest, and a network of streams run through it. The forest is home to many different Naga who live in the different regions that the forest offers. The Naga are not that friendly to outsiders, and will usually avoid them, but most are not hostile. There are a few of the snake creatures who will attack intruders, but even then they will rarely use lethal force, unless truly pushed. The Naga simply wish to be left alone. Okay, Naga, you just hang out down there then, huh? Okay, so we've got one big city space left over here. Mood indeed. The world would be a better place if more people would just leave other people alone. Let's see. Alright, this is a big city. I'm gonna use one of these capital city spaces here. Where's my draw layer? There we are. Okay. Fill all this in. Let's see. Here we go. This is a big one. Let's see, this goes down here. And we go on up past the ruins. Okay. And then, of course, we have some goblins up here. Let's, I've been saving these, but I think it's appropriate for a goblin-infested area. And we got a couple more little farms over here as well. Let's see there. Yeah, up here. Up here. And some forest. Come on, where are my trees at? too big. And then just a little bit more farm. And we are almost complete. What if these are orchards? Yeah. Where's my... little cottage to go alongside them? The little pier. I'm just gilding the lily now, I know. Okay. Now we need to name this final town. What are we going to call you? Those are our forest names. How about... You know, it is right next to that big body of water, so how about Boatwright? Okay, Boatwright. And And then where are my... Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. No land would be complete without some paths. And there we have it. So we have gone from this very abstract thing over here to an actual map of the land of Vralia. I considered coloring this in, and maybe I'll do that the next time I do this. That's an option as well, but again, y'all let me know if this is something you enjoy at all. It's extremely weird stream, I know. And like I said, I'm also thinking about doing this with a Dwarf Fortress type game where you draw your Dwarf Fortress as you go. It's a self-guided journaling RPG, basically. So yeah, if it's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed our journey into the land of Vralia. Thanks, everybody.